Hey, what's going on? Just hanging out here tonight. Figured I've been making some recordings on the MetaQuest 2 that I've been wanting to show. Cuz I know this is mainly a retro arcade gaming channel, but I don't think a lot of people realize that there's a lot of retro style games you can play in VR. So, I've been making a couple of videos. Again, it never does it justice if you're not actually in VR. But I've been making these high definition videos here to kind of show people who don't have virtual reality some of these really cool retro style games, or if you have it, some games that you might want to pick up. This one here is called Shooty Skies. This is a retro shoot 'em up game, like a wave shooter. You won't have any issues with any kind of motion sickness on this because you're basically standing right in the middle of all the action and everything's going on around you. But I wanted to show this because check out the retro style in this. Look how cool this is. Dude, I cannot explain how sick it is though when you're playing this. When you're just standing in the middle of this retro world. It's like standing inside an arcade. And look at all like the little throwbacks. Like we got the Tetris pieces, Rubik's cubes, little joust guys coming at you. It's hard too, man. It's fun though, because as you do well in the levels, like you'll open up new characters. So the way it works is, see in the left hand now, that power up I have, that's like a vacuum cleaner. That'll vacuum in all the bullet hell coming at me. So my player is in my right hand, and then my special power is in my left. And those are just my hands that I'm moving in VR. So, and you basically have to move around because you got to keep see that my character there, you got to keep him out of harm's way of all the bullet hell coming at you. What's going on, Mike Hawk? I'm showing off some retro style VR games that I think people in the community who have VR or who have never tried VR might be interested in checking out. This first one here is Shooty Skies Overdrive. Grab that power up, got that shield for a little while. This game was no joke though. The furthest I've gotten in this so far is like I'm on like the second world. Yeah. Mike Hawk, imagine this in virtual reality where you're standing in the middle of all this chaos. Oh, there it is. Boom. I just looked up to try to keep my character exploding into the sky. You know, there's certain challenges and stuff that you have to do, and doing all that will unlock different characters that you can use. Bullet vacuum. That's like that power up I just had. It's like a one-time bomb, dynamite box that you can shoot at the enemies. Took out that Rubik's Cube. Oh, they took me out too. I got a few more retro style games that I want to show off tonight, so you know, stick around. Yeah, KJ, man, this one is not even that expensive, but pick it up and give it a shot. This game has been around for a while. Very, very well rated. I don't even think it's that expensive. All those little bullets, they'll be just everywhere coming at you. So you're almost getting a little bit of a workout when you play this game, because you're ducking and diving, moving all over the place to try to dodge all these bullets. Comes out first, the boss. I think I screw up here. I was hoping when I was recording that I'd have a good playthrough, because I've actually gotten through this level one time in one shot. So I got double guns now, but I must not be using them. Got a little bit of video left in this one, and then I'm going to move on to one that's really freaking cool. If you're into the 90s, if you were born and raised in the 90s and 90s video gaming, I'm telling you, stick around. You're gonna want to check out the next game I'm going to show you. But I wanted to start off with this one. And I think pretty much everything I showed tonight is good. They're good. It's good for beginners in VR. You're not going to get any motion sickness in these games. I am screwing up. Can't have a good run in the game when you're doing a recording. There, I'm just taking a look around. You're just completely standing in the middle of this retro world. Yeah, I don't do too many VR streams. I got stuff planned, especially with the release of PSVR 2 coming later this month. I'm gonna be covering that with Kev Grab. We're gonna be doing a show together, either on this channel or his channel, because we're gonna both have it day one. So I'll be doing a lot of VR coverage on that. I'm trying to get more people into it, man, that haven't messed with it yet. Obviously, this is way less, this is not going to hurt your wallet as much as getting into PSVR 2. You can get started with a MetaQuest 2. What is it like? It was $299, but I think the price went up. I think it's like starting at like $399 now. Right, so there we go. I think that's about it on this video. So that's a Shooty Skies Overdrive. Now we're gonna move into one that I absolutely love. This game will screw with your head. It's called Pixel Rip 1995. So the only way I can explain this is like playing a video game inside of a video game. This is the type of thing, like this game, you can only do something like this in VR. It's absolutely amazing. So basically, this is a little bit into it. It's like after the first level, so I've screwed up the whole world. As you can see, everything's glitching out. Basically, I'm playing as this character that's trying to save this video game world. So she uses her, it's like an AOL type of dial-up modem watch to tune into the best video game player in the world, which winds up being this kid, and it's in the 90s. So you play as both the main character of the video game and you play as the kid. So let's I'm gonna advance it a little bit. We don't have to watch all the talk. Alright, so I'm trying to go retrieve a cartridge. So that's me. I'm all retro looking. There I go. I start floating up into the sky, which feels real trippy in VR. So now I'm going to be the kid. So again, this is a little bit into the story.
Look who's here. Come to ask for my help, you doll. Oh,
And there I am
hi,
as the
Mr.
kid
Keen.
Hey, Mike.
in a video game
crack-a-lackin'?
in
How you
VHS
doing,
store
dude?
in the
Just
90s.
chillin', keeping it real, hella
And you
fly,
have
you know.
Cool,
the
cool.
current
Same
gen
here. Yeah.
system, and then you
Well,
have the
I'm off to enjoy
badass
those
new system that's
discounts
coming
before
out.
The sale ends. You kids have
And
fun.
as you can see, I can grab the controller
Oh,
with the
isn't that
kiosk
the game
of
you were
each
looking
game.
for, David?
What? But you were just playing this at your house. What happened? Your cartridge ran away to find a better player? Oh, zing! Well, if you want it so much, maybe we can make things more interesting. You see the new Rad Raccoon game over here? You're supposed to find 7 diamonds to beat.
So now I'm
but
in
I just
VR
found a secret 8th
playing a
diamond
game,
that no
and
one
I'm looking
knew
around
about.
at the stuff on the
If you can find
counters.
it too, I'll let you rent my
Lots
copy.
of cool. It's really
Good
cool,
luck,
man.
dork.
Huh? A bit pricey for a sale.
So here's where this level is kind of a trip. I have to accomplish something in this Rad Raccoon game, right? That's the now. So that's the girl who I'm actually playing as, the one that you saw me in the video game world. Here's the issue. I have to get all of these gems, but it's impossible to get all the gems in this game because you don't have the ability to do it. So what they do is they kind of glitch the game where I have to keep jumping from the old gen to the current gen that's coming out. to get power-ups, then go back to the old system to
Karen's gonna be so mad about
get
the
past
fine.
puzzles. It's really, it's a trip. I would love to play it a little further in because there's this one level that I want to show in this game where you're involved in like a fighting championship at an arcade, and it breaks out into complete virtual reality. First you're playing on the arcade machine, then it turns into like the boss battle turns into a huge fight inside the arcade, and you're actually controlling the characters in the arcade that are fighting each other. Yeah, it's a trip, man. Like, it's a game within a game.
What? But this movie was in theaters like 3 months ago. Wow, things are so
And as you can hear, like, all the stuff going on around you. Yeah, man, it messes with your head. Like, there's a level where you're trying to do stuff to save the world, but it's late at night, and you're sitting in your room, and it's in the dark, and every single time your mom hears you playing games late at night, and you hear her coming down the hallway, you have to quickly shut off the system so she doesn't bust you. And then when she goes away, because she's like, oh, I thought I heard something, and she goes away, then you turn the system back on, and you're trying to play through the level, but not get busted that you're playing the video game at night. So, we don't have to watch the whole thing, but, bring it back a little bit. So here I am, I find out that there's no way to get all of these gems. But, since I got the hookup, the main character of the game, now I'm on the new generation console that's coming out, the Turbo Drive. And I'll find power-ups in this game, and then I put down my controller, grab the one for the old system, go back, and then I'll be able to do stuff to get past obstacles in that game. So it's a real trip, man. And it looks, as you can see, I mean, it looks way better in VR. Like, you're there, you're standing there, you're back in the 90s, so it's really cool for people who want to have that, like, nostalgia, that throwback. So you'll see I'll play a little bit through these levels. This is called Pixel Rip 95. There is an original Pixel Rip that was on the original Oculus, but after you play through this, you can buy that one as an expansion pack. That's a great one too. But this one is really good. So now I grabbed the power up in the other level. Well, maybe I didn't. So I go back to this one. Go grab that bomb. Now go back to this console. Now I can use the bomb to get past the obstacle, which would have never been possible in the old school game because it didn't have the power to do that yet.
Did you see the graphics on the new Ultimate 32? Yeah, everything looks so real.
Oh, you have no idea. It'll blow your mind. I shouldn't be telling you this, but I was the first kid to play it, I have an uncle who was...
Yeah, you said that already. Why is he even talking to us? Just ignore him.
Your loss.
Alright, so here's the continuation. Well, either way, I keep going back and forth. Let's skip over to the next video, because this eventually breaks out into a boss fight, which takes you actually into reality. I didn't beat the boss fight. Let's move it forward a little bit.
Oh my!
Ray!
Bring it to where I accomplish my mission. Now I'm on the Turbo Drive. Now I'm switching back to the old one, and I'm able to use my powers to blast through.
What? But there were only 7. I mean... Oh, wow. You found it. Great. But I found it first, so you're still second place. Here, you can have your stupid old game. I didn't even want it that much. Stupid, ugly, fat raccoon. I should have picked something with aliens and guns or something.
Hey, ready to go, champ? Oh, you got your game. Let me take that for you. The seagulls fly in the wind.
Congratulations.
You are customer number 10,000 million.
Your prize is the power.
Multiplier X.
Oh my, oh my! What are the chances?
It's basically
wow,
Christmas
so
season
cool.
2 while this
Look,
game
champ, we got this
is going on.
thing. It's an add-on. It's supposed to enhance the graphics of your power system. Well, he said you could even play some 3D games with this. Huh? Yeah. You can look at it in the car. Now we gotta hurry. We still need to stop at the supermarket before we head home. How do we have 3D games and still no flying cars? Science.
Alright,
is
so now we're going
weird.
to the boss fight. So I'm sitting in the back
Oh,
of the
that supermarket
station
was
wagon.
packed, huh? I sure hope we got
Driving
everything
home.
to make your mom's banana bread.
No seatbelt like it was.
She's still
back
pretty
in the
mad
days.
about what you did to the television.
Bananas in
You'd
there.
be grounded for the rest of the holidays if I hadn't talked her out of it.
And now this
But,
winds up turning into the boss
Please
fight.
don't do it again, okay? Now we only have one television left, champ.
It's a trip because this really does feel like you're sitting in the back of a car. They've got these gold cartridges hidden throughout the levels. So now one of the monsters followed us into the human world out of the video game. No, this is not the PS5. This is MetaQuest 2. No computer, just
Hey,
all
David, do you
built
want to hear
into
a
the
joke about
headset.
construction? Sorry, I'm still working on it.
I completely screwed up. So basically, you have to obviously avoid these dudes. You know, hit them with your whip. And it's kind of like Sonic. As long as you have some of those crystals, you're fine. You just got to be holding some. So what'll happen is if you keep avoiding for a while, the back window will open, and then you can kind of help out by throwing stuff at the
Come
boss.
on, no need to get
See,
so
now it
worked up.
opens
We're
up.
almost home.
See that? And you throw the bananas out just to trip up the boss. I totally screw up though.
David, if you don't stop that mess, I swear I'll turn this car around. Oh, I'm just kidding. I've always wanted to say that.
As this game progresses though, like the stuff they do is such a trip. And again, only
What's
stuff
that
that
noise? Is
would
everything
be
all right back
possible
there?
in VR, man. But it's just absolutely amazing. I love how you're in like the real world, but like all the characters have that retro look. I totally screwed this one up. I don't even beat the
Hey.
boss. So let's check this one out. This is also from the same exact developer that made Pixel Rip. This is a bullet hell game. Shoot 'em up in virtual reality. Show a little bit of this one. Really cool. It's called Yuki. That's Yuki. who is like your, I guess, some kid, and that's your idol. You have all the collectors and posters of this character. So it starts out, I'm like standing in my room, and basically you pick up that action figure and you hold it in your hand, and that's how you fight in this game. I'm just checking out the room here. It's really cool looking in VR. I'm gonna move it forward a little bit. I was checking to see if I could feed the fish. What is going on, Chris Malloy? We're checking out some retro-inspired virtual reality games. So you can. This is another game where you have to keep coming back as you collect stuff, keep powering up your character and your abilities. But check it out. It's really cool. So again, kind of similar to Shooty Skies, but this one is moving. You're holding your character in one hand, and the other thing that you grab crystals and things in the level. It's crazy. This is very early in the game. The bullet hell in this gets nuts. I'm just gonna bring it forward a little bit. So yeah, you're moving around in this one. You want to have a nice bit of a play space. You're gonna be stretching and ducking. You just gotta keep that character in your hand safe. So you got some little power-ups you can kick in every so often. Freeze characters.
Pod ready.
So what'll happen is every so often it'll slow down, and you get a couple of seconds to make a quick decision on what you want to choose. You can choose to get more power-ups, get more of the currency in the game.
We must keep going.
Show you a little
So clear.
I'll show you a little boss fight.
Level up.
Look how cool the levels look though. I grabbed the drone, so now I have a little extra firepower. Bring it a little bit more forward. I believe this is getting close to a boss fight. This might be a boss fight. Yeah, that's nuts in VR when that. It's like, you're like, how am I gonna get past this? Then they explode, and you just gotta like find a little space not to get hit.
Shield ready.
So again, this is from the same developers as Pixel Rip. They make some awesome games. Look at that boss. That's in VR, man. That is massive. All right, so that's Yuki. So this is something a little different. This is a game called Demio. This is basically like a fantasy Dungeons and Dragons type game, but in an update that they did months back, they actually gave you your own hangout. You can go in, change costumes. So this is my personal hangout. And what was cool about it, there's a couple of things you can do in here, but what's cool about it, they have a gauntlet style arcade game in here that you could just walk up to and play. And I guess that's like live chat from people playing the game. Shows up on that movie screen. I'm sure whatever that game is over there, you can play that. Check out, there's an arcade machine in here. So yeah, there I am in my virtual hangout playing Gauntlet. I'm gonna show one more after this. Back to the game. Got the other one loaded up. So yeah, I just thought this was really cool, and the game's actually kind of fun to play too. I'm just looking around, checking out the place. It's just like a version of Gauntlet. Alright, so this last one I'm going to show is one of the newer titles called Compound. Now this game, this is a trip. This is a roguelite game, so basically you have to try to make it through this entire thing in one shot. This is where you start out, so it lets you interact with everything. So I'm just screwing around in my little retro world, throwing stuff out the window, just screwing around. There you could see trophies and stuff that you get from running through the game. I recently found a little vending machine with different injections that you can get. So I found one that's really cool, like that does like auto reload, so you don't have to always like grab bullets and reload and all that. It's way better. You just smack it with your hand, break the glass, grab your gun, and head into the compound. Now, you die in this game, you start over from the beginning. This is a recent release. If you have VR, I cannot recommend a game higher than this. Like, you will love this one. This one might screw with you a little bit. You know, may get a little motion sickness. I don't know. I think that they're figuring it out, so I haven't had any issues on this one. It will startle you a bit, like you peek around a corner and there's like an enemy standing right there. So as you can see, I'm being cautious. You also have like a whole map right on the list. So without the auto reload, see, I have to eject it, grab it, load it, close it, and then it's ready to fire again. With this new injection that I got, it's awesome. It just does it just reloads for you, so you don't have to worry about that. Another recent playthrough of this. I got the furthest I ever got. There was just, I got up to this massive like spider robot, and I just got trapped, man. What I did there. I didn't load it though. It's so cool, like, being completely inside these retro-looking virtual worlds. So there, see if I just, like, look at my wrist. I got a map. That guy didn't know what hit him. So yes, when the food will restore health. When you pick up food in virtual reality, you have to lift it up and put it in your mouth, and then you'll eat it.
How I simply despise dust.
push it in the vacuums. That purplish pink gun, you can drop the other one. You can actually hold that one like two hands like that. Pretty cool looking through the scope. Drink. And this how it just keeps getting more and more intense the further you get into this compound. It's panicking there, trying to get back. Checking my health. The guns run out so fast. Here I am. I'm gonna get cool with it. Two-handed. I look through the scope. It's sick though, dude. They really are. Shotgun. The only thing that sucks is like it's powerful, but you get like 1 or 2 shots. And then you gotta get more bullets. If you check your radar, you can see where there's some leftover enemies hanging out, so you know which way to go. What's going on, No Quarter? What I'm up to is I've been showing off retro style games that you can play in virtual reality. Look at that, one shell. Hey, shout out to Gunther No Quarter, that 199 Super Jack. Stop me to say what's up. Oh, and look at that. I read the super chat. And now I'm dead. And that would mean you have to start all over from the beginning. So now this is like kind of like your main hangout. There's a place we can go test out all the weapons. You could pick up your little trophies and stuff that you could check out. Yes, Brad, this is live. I've been showing off virtual reality games that are retro themed. Let's screw around. Why not throw stuff out the window? I was just kind of checking out what I could interact with. And there I found some food. I didn't try Colossal Cave yet. That's a like a $39 game, $39 game, and that is based on also on an older point and click computer game. Jesus, you have a VR headset now. You should try this one out. It's called Compound. There I was making a nice, huge sandwich. Just like in real life, just throw everything out the window. It's cool, man. It's like a 90s world. 90s video game world. Ah, look at this. This is fun. All different kinds of guns all over the place. Look how fast that empties out. Yeah, it reminds you of Wolfenstein or Doom, but the difference is you're in the middle of it. You're in the game in this. This is virtual reality. Brad, you should rewind this stream and check out some of the earlier games I showed. I mean, I'll show them again. I don't really even need to keep this stream up or anything. I just recorded all these clips while I was playing, and I wanted to show them off somehow, but I didn't want to like sit around and edit them all together and stuff. Right, if you hang out, this video is almost over. I'll show you Shooty Skies Overdrive. If you got VR, this would be one that I would recommend for you. I think that might be it on this one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just screwing around. I gotta figure out how to get that gun. See, there I am pointing at it. I'm gonna get you. Bet I have to get 100% completion for that to open up. Let me go back to Shooty Sky. So yeah, I didn't realize that they added this in like during Christmas holidays. This virtual environment. So I recently found it. Just checking it out, hanging out in there for a bit. And this is how you launch the games. So I'll pick the one I want. Brad, check this one out. I already showed this one, but this is called a wave shooter, Shooty Skies Overdrive. It's all retro, like video game based. So that's my right hand holding my character, and then my left hand is where I hold like my special ability. Just kind of looking around in the main menu area. All the little guys are working. Those are the different characters that I've opened up. So this is kind of like a bullet hell game in retro inspired bullet hell game in virtual reality. And the way you dodge all the bullets is you have to move your hand that's holding your character and avoid all the, getting hit. But check out all the little shout outs to retro video games in this. So here you are now, you're standing in the middle of this world. Stuff's coming at you from all over the place, and you have to just gotta keep that character that you're holding out of harm's way. Check it out, you'll even see like the little joust guys coming at you. This one's a lot of fun. It's really challenging too. So that's a vacuum. I can vacuum up all the bullets for a couple seconds. So there's like joust guys coming at you. So you can play this game completely untethered, no wire to a computer. Just put on your MetaQuest 2 and you're ready to go. Just find a nice space because you're going to be moving. Even though you're standing in one place, you're going to be like ducking, standing up, stretching your arms out to avoid getting hit. So you get a little exercise in while you're playing. This game is only, this game maybe like between $5 and $7 for this one. They always have sales in the store. Bring it forward a little bit. I want to show you. Show you the boss. This is the first boss. So you gotta avoid all of those Space Invaders guys coming at you, which I didn't do, obviously. Screwed up. I don't know if this one's on PS5, and we're still waiting for that to come out. But this is available on MetaQuest 2. I was just looking around just to like check out the little retro world. So I was showing people this before too. This is another game. This is called Pixel Rip 95. So here I am. It's Christmas season. I'm in the video game store, and there's the brand new Turbo console that came out, and that's the older generation console power system. The issue is I need to do something that's impossible on the old game, which is collect a certain amount of diamonds, but you can't. So what you need to do is I'm switching back and forth because that video game character that I'm playing as has given me the power to bring power-ups from the new generation
I heard it's so real.
back to the old generation.
Out of the TV. No way, that's okay.
So when I collect the power-ups there, I go back to the old generation, and then I can get rid of
Mom won't let me play
obstacles or get
She
past
says there's
stuff.
too much blood.
So it's a trip, man.
Wait for the blood.
I covered this one earlier, but it's like you're in virtual reality playing games. But then the games break out into real life. And obviously you can see the real world going on around me. There's kids in the store arguing. Your father's in there shopping. Your mom hates that you play video games and is always trying to stop you, so you gotta do stuff to distract her, or she comes and she turns off the system and she'll take the cartridge. So I'll advance a little bit. So as you can see, I want to show like a part where I'll grab a power up from the new generation and then go back to the old one. I grabbed the wrong thing. I grabbed fire. So I need that bomb. Now go back to the old generation and use the bomb in the old game so I get past the obstacle.
So, what time are we hitting the arcade tomorrow? The arcade again? I'm not made of coins, Kim. But I need to keep my high scores up. Some doofus is still clearing them from the machines. Bad words in there. What else am I supposed to put, genius? Your name!
I'm gonna just bring it forward a little bit to where I complete my objective. Is that this one? Oh, it's probably this one.
You'll need to stop at the supermarket.
Customer number 10.
Guns or something. Wanted that beat. What?
There it is. I get all the diamonds.
What? But there were only 7. I mean... Oh, wow. You found it. Great. But I found it first, so you're still second place. Here, you can have your stupid old game. I didn't even want it that much. Stupid, ugly, fat raccoon. I should have picked something with aliens and guns or something.
Hey, ready to go, champ? Oh, you got your game. Let me take that for you. The seagulls fly in the wind.
Right, there's a part in this game so cool.
Congratulations.
You are customer
You're-
number 10,000
You're in
million.
a fighting
Your prize
game
is the
competition
Multiplier
at an arcade, and you're like
Oh,
you're playing against like one of
what
the
are
best
the chances?
at fighting games,
Oh, wow! So
and then
cool.
it spills out
Look,
into
champ,
real
we
life
got
in the
this,
arcade.
Thing. It's an add-on. It's supposed to enhance the graphics of your power system. Well, he said you could even play some 3D games with this. Huh? Yeah. You can look at it in the car. Now we gotta hurry. We still need to stop at the supermarket before we head home. How do we have 3D games and still no flying cars? Science is so weird.
So here's where
Oh,
Now-
that supermarket was packed, huh?
the video game
Sure hope we
world
got everything to make your mom's banana bread.
breaks out into the
Eh,
real world.
She's still pretty mad about what you
On
did
the
to the
drive
television. You'd be grounded for the rest of the holidays if I hadn't talked her out of it. But
Sitting in the back of the car.
please don't do it again, okay? Now we only have one television left, champ.
In the back of the station wagon because it's the early 90s. And there you'll see your video game characters that came from the video game world to save the universe and chose you because you're the best video game player in the world. But now the video game characters are breaking out into the real world, so this will be a boss fight.
Hey, David.
Now,
Do you want to hear a joke about construction?
now
Sorry,
I'm controlling
still working on
her
it.
with my controller.
You get it?
While sitting in the back of the car. And then I have to like use real world stuff once the back of the station wagon opens. I have to throw bananas out to trip up the boss.
Come on, no need to get so worked
So
up.
now it
We're almost
opens.
home.
I can start throwing them out and try to hit it. Trip it up. Game over.
David, if you don't stop that mess, I swear I'll turn this car around. Oh, I'm just kidding. I've always wanted to say that. What's that noise? Is everything all right back there?
It's really cool. I don't pass the mission. Right here. I was gonna show here it is. Here I am in one of my hangouts in this game, Demio. They give you like your own personal hangout. and it has Gauntlet in it instead of Gauntlet. So yeah, you could just hang out in this space with other people in the game, have a conversation before you go in and actually play. This is like a real like nerdy Dungeons and Dragons type game. It's a lot of fun. You really have to be good to get through the dungeons in this game. But this is a place that, you know, while you're not playing the game, that you could just kind of chill out, strategize with other people. And I found this arcade in there in my hangout, so figured I'd walk over and see if it works, and you could play it. So I played it for what, like 10 minutes? So yeah, that's all I have to show for today. For the fans of retro stuff out there, there is a whole nother world waiting for you in virtual reality. And you can always hit me up. You know how to get in touch with me, and I'll be happy to steer you in the right direction for stuff that would be good for somebody who's new at VR. Stuff that won't make you nauseous. And we can all, you know, hang out in there, play some of these games together. Yeah, when you're doing this, Brad, like, you completely forget where you're at. And when you're done and you take the VR headset off of you, you're like, back to reality. Alright, thank you for the few people that stopped in to check this out. If I get one of you to open the world of virtual reality to you, then this was worth it. I got many more things to show you coming up in the future. Lots of VR content definitely coming up once the PlayStation VR 2 comes out. We got a lot to talk about when that happens. Till then, thank you. We'll see you again.